Hello viewers, I'm Kausalya. Today we are going to solve some more problems in exercise 7.1 in the chapter Coordinate Geometry. So we start with problem number 4. Check whether the points are the vertices of an isosceles triangle. So here 3 points are given, right? First we give name to these 3 points A, B and C. And finally, we have to check whether the given triangle, the given points form an isosceles triangle. What do you mean by isosceles triangle? An isosceles triangle is one whose two sides are always equal, right? So in order to calculate the length of the sides, that is, you see, let this be our triangle A, B and C. So in order to check whether the given triangle is isosceles or not, we should know the length, right? We should know the length of AB, AC as well as BC. So by using distance formula, we are going to find the length of this AB, right? So first write down the points AB. So A gives x1, y1 and B gives x2, y2. So by using the distance formula, here it is given by square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So here this is our x1, y1 and this is our x2, y2. So first is x2 minus x1. So here it is 6 minus 5 the whole square plus here 4 minus of minus 2, because here the formula already have a minus sign. So 4 minus of minus 2 the whole square. So what is 6 minus 5? It is 1. And here you see minus of minus becomes plus. So 4 plus 2 the whole square. Therefore, square root of 1 plus what is 4 plus 2? It is 6. So 1 square plus 6 square. So which is nothing but 1 square is 1 and 6 square is 36. So 1 plus 36 gives you square root of 37. Right. The next thing is we have to find the distance BC. So now again write down the points. So B gives x1, y1 and C gives x2, y2. Now again the same distance formula. So x2 minus x1. So here it is 7 minus 6 the whole square plus minus 2 minus 4 the whole square. Right. So what is 7 minus 6? It is 1. And minus 2 minus 4 gives minus 6. So 1 square is 1 and 6 square is 36. So when you add, finally you get the answer as root of 37. Right. So you see, we got the value of AB as root of 37 and BC as root of 37. So never come to a conclusion that the given points form an isosceles triangle, because we don't know about the third side. Right, even the third side may also give the same answer. If all the three sides are equal, then we call it as an equilateral triangle. We have that type of triangle also, right? So the thing is just calculate all the sides, right? So the next thing is, you see, the diagram we have calculated AB is done, BC is done, and next we have to find AC or CA. Okay, both means the same. So here AC. So AC is given by, again write down the values of A and C here. Again in the distance formula we are going to substitute. So this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. So x2 minus x1. Therefore 7 minus 5 the whole square plus minus 2 minus of minus 2. Right. Minus 2. This y2 is minus 2 and this minus is written here. And this y1 is a minus 2. The whole square. So 7 minus 5 is 2 square plus minus 2. Minus into minus gives a plus 2. Right. So minus 2 plus 2 the whole square. So here the answer is 4 plus 0. So here it is square root of 4, which is equal to 2. Right. So you can calculate AC or CA, right? Both means the same. They give the same answer. Just to illustrate that, I had calculated CA also. So first we are taking the point C and next we are taking A, right? So again C gives x1, y1 and A gives x2, y2. Again we are going to substitute in the same formula. So here the thing is, you see, x2 minus x1. So 5 minus 7 the whole square. And here y2 is minus 2. Minus 2 minus of minus 2 the whole square. So 5 minus 7 gives you minus 2. So any number which is squared is always a positive number. So minus 2 the whole square gives plus 4. So square root of 4 is 2. Right. You see, when you compare AC and CA, AC also gives the same 2. And here the CA also gives the same 2. Right. So when you compare all the three sides, you see what happens. The value of AB, okay, AB is root of 37 and BC is also root of 37. But what about AC? AC is 2. Right. Therefore, here the two sides are equal. Which sides are equal? AB is equal to BC. Therefore, the given points are the vertices of an isosceles triangle. Right. So the next is problem number 5. In a classroom, 4 friends are seated at the points A, B, C, D as shown. Right? A, okay, you see. A, B, C and this is the point D. So here, Champa and Chameli walk into the class and after observing for a few minutes, Champa asks Chameli. Right, Champa says, don't you think ABCD is a square? Right, according to Champa, she believes that ABCD is a square, whereas according to Chameli, she disagrees. Right, so using distance formula, find which of them is correct. That is, here we have to check whether these 4 points A, B, C, D form a square or not. So regarding properties of square, what are all the things we need to check? Right, we need to check whether all the 4 sides are equal. Then apart from the sides, we have to check with the diagonals. Right, so you see from the graph, you see this is the graph which is given. So first we will write down the points. So what about point A? You see point A is 3, 4. Right, and point B, it is given by 6, 7. And what about point C? It is given by 9, 4 and point D, it is given by 6, 1. Right, everything is clear from the graph. So first list out the points. Now the next thing is we have to find, you see, we have to find AB, BC, CD and DA or AD. Okay, anyway it is correct. First we have to find all the 4 sides. Then we have to go with the diagonals. So first we start with the side. You see AB. So write down the points of A and B. Right. So x1, y1 and B gives x2, y2. So by using the distance formula, x2 minus x1. So 6 minus 3 the whole square plus 7 minus 4 the whole square. So what is 6 minus 3? It is 3. Therefore 3 square. And what is 7 minus 4? Again 3. So 3 square. So it is 3 square is 9. So 9 plus 9, which is square root of 18. Right. Next we are going to find BC. So write down the values. So BC is given by, you see again, B is 6, 7 and C is represented by 9, 4. Again, making use of the same distance formula, x2 minus x1. So 9 minus 6 the whole square plus 4 minus 7 the whole square. So 9 minus 6 gives you 3 square, and here 4 minus 7. 4 minus 7 gives you minus 3 the whole square. So again when you square, 3 square gives 9 and minus 3 square also gives the same 9. So when you add, you get the answer as root of 18. Right. So next we are going to calculate CD. So write down the points. Right. So again by using the formula square root of x2 minus x1. So 6 minus 9 the whole square plus 1 minus 4 the whole square. So 6 minus 9 gives you minus 3 and 1 minus 4 gives you again the same minus 3. So minus 3 square is 9 and again minus 3 square makes 9 and root of 9 plus 9 gives you square root of 18. Right. The next thing is we are finding DA. So D gives x1, y1, A gives 3, 4 and it's up to you. Even you can find AD also. Both gives the same answer. Right. So now x2 minus x1. So 3 minus 6 the whole square plus 4 minus 1 the whole square. So once you substitute the values, you see 3 minus 6 becomes minus 3 square and 4 minus 1 gives you 3. Therefore, this gives 3 square. So minus 3 square is 9 and 3 square is 9 and when you add, you get the answer as root of 18. Right. Now when you compare all the 4 sides, that is A, B, B, C, C, D, D, A, all gives the same value which is square root of 18. Right. Now we have to check the diagonals. So when you look at the diagonals, you see opposite vertices of a square forms a diagonal, right? So here AC makes one diagonal and BD forms the other diagonal, right? So first I am calculating AC. So write down the points, right? So again we have to find the distance. So x2 minus x1. So 9 minus 3 the whole square plus 4 minus 4 the whole square. So 9 minus 3 is 6, right? 4 minus 4 is 0. So square root of 6 square is nothing but it is a 6, right? The same way we are going to find BD. So BD is, again write down the points of B and D. So it is 6 minus 6 the whole square plus 1 minus 7 the whole square. So it is 0 and 1 minus 7 is minus 6 square. And finally you see, that is I already said you, right? Minus 6 square also gives the same answer as 36 and square root of 36 gives the answer 6. Right. So now when you check, the value of diagonals remains the same, right? AC is equal to BD. AC is also equal to 6 and BD is also equal to 6. So finally here we are going to make a conclusion. You see here all the four sides, right? AB, BC, CD and DA are equal, right? Whose value is equal to square root of 18. And when you look at the diagonals, the values are also equal, right? Therefore, Champa is correct. That is, we can again add one more sentence. The points A, B, C, D forms a square, right? Because all four sides are equal and the diagonals are also equal, right? So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.